Hello, good evening to the viewers of Cleveland TV in Diaspora. Thank you for joining us today. I am your host, Lola Oladokun. Before we proceed today, please remember to sign up to Cleveland TV on www.cleveland.com. You can also download the app on the Android Play Store. Thank you for being a part of our growing community. Joining me on the show today is Eziali Chief Jonas Udeji, the Onowu in the Igbo, South Africa. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, Lola. Good evening, viewers.
Good evening. He will be telling us about his experience in South Africa and how he has made a difference in the Nigerian and South African community. So let's go straight into it. So could you please tell us more about yourself?
I am Eziali Udeji Jonas, as you rightly said. I am from Nenwe, Enugu State, Nigeria. I've been in South Africa since the past 22 years, and I've been in the community, serving the community since 22 years or so, because I've been a community leader before I came here, served in different capacities, also at different levels. So now in South Africa, I am the owner of Get Deal Projects Pty Limited. We do estate management. I also went to school here. I studied public management and governance at the University of Johannesburg. I'm married with 4 children. In South Africa, I'm the founder of Ohaneze Ndibo, South Africa. I'm one of the patrons of Nigerian Women Association, South Africa. Also, a member of African National Congress, the ruling party in South Africa. I have served as voting district coordinator. I have received different traditional titles from different kings in South Africa, in different provinces of South Africa. In my social cohesion and cultural relations project, I have taken some South African kings to Nigeria to meet with their counterparts so that we can facilitate a better understanding using our culture. Because in South Africa, most of the political leaders, they believe in their traditional leaders also. The political leaders believe in the traditional leaders and they respect them a lot. Right. So because of what is going on, we decided to embark on using the cultural, working together with the kings in their different and with their different kingdoms to bridge certain gaps in area of understanding the values of the two nations. I have equally, I can go on and on because I'm also social and cultural advisor to the Independent Pan-African Youth Parliament. I have been to South African Parliament. I've been invited officially. That was in 2018 to the South African Parliament. And in 2019, I was awarded one of the influential men of the year here in South Africa, Johannesburg, to be specific, by an organization that have done it for over 50 years. And to receive that honor, the then Consul General actually accompanied me with officials of the consulate, leaders of different Nigerian group formations. They accompanied me to receive the award. And that was Godwin Adama, the former Consul General. So it was that. Let me stop at that. In Nigeria also, I've taken different traditional titles from different communities, including the ancestral home of Igbo, Eri Kingdom. So I am a Bubendi Igbo in Eri Kingdom. So before I made Onowu Igbo, South Africa. We have Ezi Igbo, South Africa, but he traveled back to Nigeria in 2012. So from 2013 till today, I am the head of Igbo culture and tradition in South Africa. In different provinces, we coronated our cultural heads. We call them Igwe in different provinces of South Africa. So all the 9 provinces. That is for them to help us to promote our culture and also to bridge also the gap relating with the local kings that side. Yeah. So that's, by the way, let me just stop here.
You have such an impressive portfolio, and I think I'm particularly impressed with the exchange of culture, the cultural exchange going on between Nigerians and South Africa. And based on your interaction within the political space, how would you compare the political economy in South Africa and Nigeria?
The South African politics, though they call it parliamentary system, but what
Right.
they are practicing is parliamentary democracy in South Africa. And in
Right.
that parliamentary democracy, the people are the pivot of their political system. They put the people first.
Right.
So, and each political party do attend when they're approaching to the election year, the national election. A year before that, all the political parties go into policy conference. What they do is that they review the policy every four years. So every 4 years they review their every 5 years. They will check whether to either do a kind of incremental to increase on the policy, assess and evaluate the ones that they adopted in the previous years, and then try to do something different in that to increase or remove certain things. So, but in Nigeria, I have never heard that any political party in Nigeria has attended the policy conference, because in those policy conferences that ANC and the other political parties here do have before election. See what they do. After the conference, they will adopt a position. After they have adopted a position, they will now look among them who among us has better capacity to drive and implement this policy. That's how they elect their leaders. They don't just elect people because either this person is a highest bidder or the other person has been in the space for a long time. No, they look at capacity. They look at credibility. By the way, they have what they call through the eye of a needle. Through the eye of a needle is that a leader must be unblemished, must have very high level of integrity, must be very humble, and all those other good qualities that you may think of that is expected of a leader. And then in the implementation of their policies, I can tell you that from 1994 till today, the ANC government has built 5.1 million houses for South Africa. Free houses. I didn't say free houses for 5.1 million people. No. I said 5.1 million houses. That's what South African, ANC-led South African government have built for their citizens. There is free healthcare here. You don't pay. If you go to the hospital, their general hospital or public hospital is better than the private hospitals you see in Nigeria. The private hospitals I'm referring to are those in Abuja. The equipment they have here is more sophisticated, the same standard, same thing you see overseas, developed in the first world, is what you see here in their hospital. Everything is standard. Then you go to their educational system. It is it's going very well. a situation where they will create give free laptop or tablet to students freely, so that the students, your parents don't need to buy it for you. It's given to them freely. They have free education to a certain level. So on and so forth. When you come here, you hardly see any pothole, though the city of Johannesburg has been failing. Recently, we are seeing potholes. But before, so their roads and everything is just perfect. So there is also accountability. They hold their leaders to account. Let me tell you a scenario. Charles Ngakula in 2004, in a place that the speedometer supposed to be 120, he was driving 140. That is, a defense minister was driving 140, and a police officer, a ordinary police officer, not even the big one or station commander, arrested him. A traffic police arrested him, and they took him to the station. And then he had to bail himself with 1,000 rand and came the following morning on a national television and apologized to the nation. You may have heard that President Jacob Zuma was accused of some corrupt practices during his tenure, and he could not attend court when he's supposed to attend. He was charged for contempt of court and was arrested and taken to prison, for immediate past president. So I can go on and on and on. Can I tell you that in Nigeria, when a president said that a certain section of the country did not vote for him, they will exclude them in service delivery in Nigeria. But here, if you do not vote for the ANC will come to you and say, we discovered that you didn't vote for us. What have we done wrongly? Please tell us. They will tell you their concern, and the ANC will address it. If they don't have good water, if they don't have water or electricity or free housing, they will tell you whatever is the challenge, and they will address it. So they prioritize their people. They don't play with them.
Right. So if you have an opportunity to speak to the Nigerian government, what would you say to them?
I don't know if we really have a government. Nigeria is a gangster state. The people you call your leaders are like gangsters. Sometimes when channel come to me, they don't like to publish what I say. Channel TV. When I say things, sometimes they cut me off. Sometimes they say the things that the government want to hear. But when you compare Nigeria government, our political leaders to other countries of the world, you realize that all you see in Nigeria are common thieves and gangsters, unfortunately. Nobody hold them to account. The citizens are actually accomplices, because the citizens that are supposed to hold their political leaders to account, they don't hold them to account. They continue to recycle looters from one looter to another looter, a situation where a political leader will amass public money, and they use it to enrich himself, buy a lot of cars, build beautiful houses, and the people are clapping hands. And you know that the salary of this person cannot afford his lifestyle, and yet you are clapping hand. And the one terrible thing we have developed as a people is we now decide to own the criminal. For instance, if Okorocha is stealing, I would say because he's Igbo man, no, he should continue to steal. But that stealing is affecting you even as Igbo man. If Tinubu is stealing and then you support him, like Buhari, what he's doing. Under Buhari, there have been genocide in Nigeria. Genocide across Nigeria, killing people anyhow, going to church, killing people. Where do you see that? If 0.1% of such thing happen in this country, they will burn the president alive. I can assure you that. But it will never happen here.
Clevenard Marketers is the #1 property guru. We are not estate agents, but we aim to be the platform for property seekers, where they can seek details of all properties available around to buy or sell. We have created a significantly more convenient and effective way for property buyers and sellers to find their next property, up-to-date property information. It is based almost entirely on long-term partnerships and collaborations with hundreds of developers, master agents, and local agents, wealth managers, operating around the world. We act as a global hub for new build development projects and investment properties. Our partner developers promote their new projects and investment opportunities via our marketing platform, which is connected to thousands of professional collaborators, who together form Clevenard. Our network members work worldwide and our partner agents' total client base exceeds 200, registered active investors, and lifestyle property buyers. We are always open to forming new partnerships with reputable developers, professional master agents, and renowned local agents with proven sales records. Join us today by signing up free at www.clevenard.com.
Though they are having normal criminality, and the police is able to do their work if they decide to do their work, because the police is well equipped here. In Nigeria, our policemen and women are suffering. They are suffering. Even the military, they are suffering, because these political leaders, they don't pay these people. They pay them peanut. The salary, probably a monthly salary of a police officer here, maybe 3 months salary is about maybe 1 year, 6 months salary of a Nigerian police officer.
Yeah.
You know, so then the teachers are terribly oppressed in Nigeria. I don't know whether the Nigerian teachers are the most underpaid. The Nigerian teachers, the Nigerian police officers, the Nigerian military, and the so on and so forth, they are the most underpaid civil servants in the world. They pay them peanut. But these teachers are the people who are building the nation. I'm not a teacher. I don't have a teacher in my family, unfortunately. But we know, we have been a student at one time or another. I was a student, you know. So now I know the role of these teachers. If you don't pay them well, how do you expect good education? You remember the strike of the universities. They have been on strike.
Yeah.
The students are not going to school, but the Nigerian government is busy spending billions of naira in Niger Republic, while your people is suffering. You can't tell me about foreign policy and diplomacy, because every foreign policy and diplomacy goes with a national interest. You know, it goes with a national interest. So, but they just spend our money anyhow, and our people are suffering. Our people are suffering. The interesting thing is that all the children of all the politicians are studying overseas, and the same, Nigerians who are supposed to hold these people to account are not holding them to account. Instead, we are clapping for them. Instead, we are owning the criminals, because some of them are criminals. You know, some of them whoever is stealing public fund is a criminal, and we must define it. You can't be arresting Yahoo boys who are picking little things because of frustration by these same people. And instead of arresting this Nigerian politician, try them, jail them. If we have a death penalty for those who are supposed to face it, they should face it, because they are killing lives by starving the nation. And we are not doing that. We are not holding them to account. So there's no way we can compare our system to South African system. Of course, South African system have their own challenges, but is not as rotten, deeply rotten like that of Nigeria, because the people can only tolerate to an extent. They can only tolerate to an extent. The next thing is it will be the people versus the government. Can you imagine a small community will order that we are not going to listen to anything until president comes here, and the president will fly and come and plead with them and say, please, please, please.
All right.
Then in Nigeria, you will see a community will be wiped out, and the president won't say a word, won't even go there. Then the Nigerian military, with all the terrorists, let's just assume that the terrorists operating in Nigeria is about 10,000. So how many are Nigerian military? So if ordinary touts or criminals are defeating Nigeria, threatening the state, threatening to arrest the president, right? Killing everybody, killing in the church, even going to the military, killing and kidnapping the army. So, which means Nigeria cannot go to war with any country. Which means we have no capacity to go to war. Then you ask yourself, what about the defense budget? A particular section of the country have made terrorism as a money-making venture. Now they draw a budget and they siphon the budget allocation and put in their private pocket. Do you know how many billions or trillions that has gone down the drain in the name of security in Nigeria? It's a lot. It's a lot. So what are we talking about? And Nigerians are keeping quiet. Now election is coming, 2023 is coming. They will still continue to, they will still recycle those people, those corrupt leaders. And their reason is, this one, yes, I know is corrupt, but he's from my tribe, so I support him. Or this one, I know is corrupt, but he's of my religion, so I support him. No, that is not how people behave here. People don't know tribe here. Of course, the tribes exist. I have visited many of them, but when it comes to national interest, the citizens are united.
Right. I think we're going to come back to the election question, but amidst all the problems that Nigerian politics is facing, what do you feel the role of South African students or Nigerian students in South Africa is? Because at the NANSO Congress that just happened recently, you said that the Nigerian students have dropped the bar in comparison to their other colleagues in other universities. So the impact of Nigerian students in South Africa is not felt. What exactly is the expectation from them?
You see, because we don't have a youth organization, Nigerian youth organization here in South Africa.
Yeah.
So we are treating the students to serve not just as students, but as also the Nigerian youth group, because most of them are youths.
All right.
I wasn't comparing them to other students from other countries other than South Africa.
Okay.
South African Students Congress do not fail to hold their political leaders to account. And our Nigerian students in South Africa, they know that quite well. Very well. That they don't joke, they don't play. They take on the government until their demands are met. Right. Now, here are university students, Nigerian university students. In South Africa, they were sent here by their parents, of course, most of them. Then they know that because they are privileged, right? I mean, because their parents have the money, then they are privileged to be sent here.
Right.
Now, if universities in Nigeria are functional, some of them that are here now may not be here. They will remain in Nigeria.
Right.
Then there are all these things that are happening of the strike action of when the academic staff of I don't know what they call them, but the university staffs and that are demanding for salary increase, and the federal government is not listening to them, and they have been out. I mean, the school have been shut for how many? For how long now? More than 6 months or thereabout.
Yeah, you're talking about ASU.
ASU, yes. Academic Staff Union of Universities, yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. So now, and the students here are quiet. The other time, there are kidnapping of children from schools. They are also students, secondary school students. They were kidnapped by terrorists. And the Nigerian students South Africa, did you hear any comment from them? Do you hear any anything about anything that they did in order to call the attention of the government? All the killings that are going on in Nigeria, and the kidnapping, of which if they are in Nigeria, probably some of them would have been a victim.
Okay.
And they don't say anything about it. They keep quiet. So I was comparing them, saying during the time of Nnamdi Azikiwe as a student, he played a role. During the time of Obafemi Awolowo as a student, he played a role. You know, in one of the roles of Nnamdi Azikiwe, in 1933, when he went to present a lecture, to deliver a lecture in Ghana, it was there that Kwame Nkrumah met him. Kwame Nkrumah was just a student. After he after he finished delivering a lecture, his lecture, that was 1933. Kwame Nkrumah met him and said that he never knew that Africa has somebody so solid like Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and they asked him to guide him. You know, that's how they had that relationship, close relationship. Kwame Nkrumah, as a student, was already doing something. Even as a student, he never kept quiet. He was fighting the oppressive system in Ghana then. All right. So now we are in oppressive system. And see, we must not think that only when we are oppressed by the other color, that's the only time we consider oppression to be oppression. Even if it is our color, even if the person is our tribe, even if the person is of our religion, or something, anything that is bad, supposed to be bad. Because their actions over the years, those actions are affecting us. It has made most of us to lose, some of our people to lose their lives. It has impoverished many of our people, and so on and so forth. So there is catastrophic outcome in every bad governance. So that of Nigeria has been so terrible that we don't even have mouth anymore to talk about them. So our students cannot be keeping quiet, especially students who are in a country where there are a lot of revolutionaries. Even most of their classmates are revolutionaries in this country, holding their government account. They are classmates, and then they don't do anything. They only go when there is independence to go and dress up and pose, and they take pictures. Then a minister will come from Nigeria. They don't ask any relevant question, because most of the time I'm there. They don't ask any relevant question to hold those ministers and our political leaders to account. They come and they go there and sing to their ears, not raising the concerns that we are having as a country. Right. So how do you have docile people that call themselves youth, call themselves students, and they are not holding corrupt government officials to account? They don't say anything to them. Rather, they are very pleased to take photo with them. They are very pleased to have photo sessions with them. No, that's absolutely wrong. They need to be called to order. They need to be called to order. Probably their attention didn't go there, except maybe their parents are accomplices to all this nonsense. Probably that's why they are keeping quiet. You know. But even if your parents are part of it, you need to stand up and say, this is not supposed to be. Because if your parents is succeeding today and you are privileged, what about your own children? Because this thing is like a table fan. The other time, the air will shift away from you, you know, and then you become a victim. But if the state is functional, then at least our safety will be guaranteed. The basic services and everything and opportunities, equal opportunities, will be guaranteed. And that's what they should be fighting for.
Okay, so are you offering a partnership to the Nigerian youths then?
In which way?
I don't know. You like what can
I've been advising them. I've been advising them for more than 10 years now. You know, I've been advising them for more than 10 years. Remember there, I said it publicly with the microphone that before, in all the Nigerian events, nobody recognized Nigerian students. They will come there, they will stand up and go. Even they will hear that there is a program, they just come on their own. Nobody invite them. And when it is speaking time, they don't allow them to say anything. Even when they are invited, I have to stand up and say, give the youth opportunity. I did it for so long, repeatedly in different events, so many times before they started giving them space. Today, any community that does a program, they invite the Nigerian students. When the consulate and high commission does, any of them does anything, they still do any event, they still invite them. So they invite them. They have started inviting them. So I think in that area, yes. But now, when you are invited and given opportunity to speak, what do you say? I know it's not every time that you'll be presenting such things. But when have you released any communique and go and present to the consulate and high commission and say we are so displeased? Call Channel TV and say these are Nigerian students. We are so much concerned about 1, 2, 3. You submit your communique to them.
All right, thank you very much. This is a call to the Nigerian youths to stand up and take responsibility of holding the government to account. Now, since the Nigerian election is fast approaching, what do you think? Do you think that Nigerians abroad or that Nigerians in diaspora should be allowed to vote? And if you think they should be allowed to vote, what process do you think should be implemented? And basically, how should they go about it, and how can the whole process be managed?
We started this thing with when Obasanjo was president. When he came here in 2003, we engaged him. That was 19 years ago. We have already started talking about diaspora voting rights. And during his time, until after his tenure, we couldn't succeed. We have sent communique upon communique and the letters upon letters to the Nigerian National Assembly. We have sent delegations and deputations to the National Assembly, but nothing has happened. However, you could remember that some time ago, the National Assembly adopted electronic voting system. That is first step to diaspora voting. Because without electronic voting system, it will be very difficult to implement to give give Nigerians in diaspora any voting right. Then after it has been adopted, we are still campaigning that we should be given a voting right. In other countries, it is done at the consulate and high commission of those missions. That's where it is done. So the same system is also what takes place. Then the results will be transmitted electronically back to the INEC headquarters, in Nigeria. So it's not like a train smash.
Let's sell on your behalf. If your item sells on our web shop, you pay a 10% commission plus the transaction fees, and you get the rest. Register now at www.shop.clevenard.com. Start uploading your product and services. We can really sell it on your behalf so you can carry on working on the things important to you. Are you looking to sell any type of product or service and you want to avoid the hassle involved? Selling can be an arduous and time-consuming process. At Clevenard Super Shop, we will be happy to take over the workload of promoting or selling your products or services. All you need to do is to register at www.shop.clevenard.com, enter your shop or vendor information, and then start uploading your product and services. We will do the selling. Now, be ready to get more sales and awareness. Start making more money from your business with Clevenard Super Shop by partnering with us today.
Like a train smash. Small countries are doing it. South Africa has an electronic voting system. So it is very terrible that the remittances of Nigerians in diaspora to Nigeria, we have no right to vote. We have no voting right. So we are denied the franchise that we're supposed to have to choose who should be our leader. So it's unfortunate. We have raised it with different foreign affairs ministers, even some INEC officials when they come here, some of our lawmakers when they come here, and so on and so forth. And as I said, we already sent, in 2 occasions, we sent delegations to the National Assembly to present our concern there. Yeah.
Right, but do you think Nigeria has the capacity to implement the online voting system for those not in Nigeria?
Nigeria has capacity for everything.
Right.
They have capacity for everything. The thing is, including even paying our teachers. Minimum salary of a teacher in Nigeria should be 300,000 minimum.
Right.
300,000. The smallest, the lowest paid teacher, the minimum should be 300. What is 300,000? It's too little. So, but at least they should start from there. But can you imagine paying them 30,000? So we have money. Is it not about money? Then are you talking about human capacity? Nigeria has the highest number of people with capacity in almost all the countries of the world, including the developed world, when we count the population of Nigerians with the capacity.
Right.
Yes. If you check the Human Development Index, compare it to other countries of the world, that of Nigeria cannot be, nobody will, even in USA, they admit, the UK, this first world, they admit the capacity of Nigerian professionals. Even Nigerian students, including here, our students are doing well academically in their studies, So I'm just talking about them being involved politically, but academically, they are doing very well,
Okay, awesome. So now let's move on to the business of the day. How would you describe your experience so far in South Africa?
My experience so far in terms of welcoming us has been wonderful. I must commend South Africans. The ANC government, I must commend them. They gave a lot of our people documents, which I'm one of the beneficiaries. They gave us documents.
Right.
But now, there is much that they can take. There is much that they can take. You can see in Nigeria that it's difficult for anybody. If for instance, as somebody from Enugu State, for me to go and contest election in Lagos State, is not possible. It is difficult. It will be called that it is not Igbo land. But I contest election here. In 2012, I contested election at the local level. Though I lost, but I contested election. So, and I got some South Africans voted for me. I was actually nominated. My forms were signed by South Africans. The little vote that I got was by South Africans because I don't have any Nigerian I know that has voting right that was voting this side where I stay. So it is black, white, India, colored people that are here mostly. And I was given the opportunity to be a voting district coordinator of African National Congress after I have served for many years as a party agent, in different nations. So, yeah, until such a time when our people continue to commit crime with impunity, making it as if crime is a normal thing that somebody should be doing. Selling a year. So now you can't be doing that and expect the people to be clapping for you. They can't be clapping for you. You will be stirring up their anger. They will be infuriated. Let me tell you, recently mostly in Anambra State, there is some people, I think they call it crystal meth, that are being sold there. Do you know that our people start targeting those who are doing that, punishing even the addicts and dealing with them? They are ready. The family whose child has become an addict may decide to kill the person that is selling to the child. So that's the same thing here. So what we cannot tolerate in our land, we should not give it to other people here. So, and the word, as I said, our people are doing it with impunity, So there is like, what are you going to do? Our people are very noisy. Our people are very disorganized and not respecting the law of the land. If you go to any place, for any country to move to be good, is that law of the land must be respected by everybody. We all equally see that everybody is held to account, including the president. I can decide to take the president of this country to court if he does anything against me. But in Nigeria, if they are doing fear, and they hit your car, they won't even pay. But if they do it here, they will definitely pay you. They will pay you, or otherwise you don't even take the driver to, you take the president. If it is the convoy of the president, you go and open a case against the president in the police station, you know, and they will apologize and pay you. But it's not the same in our place. So South Africa, not just Nigeria. And can I tell you one thing? In South Africa, if they have a project and the critical skill they need for such project, they don't have it as South Africans. They don't go to get white people. They look for African, black Africans that have such skill and give them the contract. That's what South Africa is doing. They look for black people and give them the contract. Do you know O.R. Tambo Airport? O.R. Tambo, the best airport here.
Yes.
Yes, the quantity surveyor that did that airport is a Nigerian guy.
Wow. Okay.
Do you know the Soccer City Stadium, the best stadium here? Same thing. Same thing. A Nigerian did it. The new FMB headquarters in Santin, same thing. The FMB stadium in Soweto, same thing. The 16 billion rand Transnet project in KwaZulu-Natal, 16 billion rand Transnet project in KwaZulu-Natal. I'm talking about over about 13 years ago. You know, is by a Nigerian that was given that contract. Can you imagine that? When they were building the underground train here, the quality assurance evaluator was a Nigerian woman.
Wow.
You know? So they give our people, okay, Nigerian doctors are almost everywhere here. Everywhere. Okay. In their different departments, you have them, you know. You have some of our people playing some roles there. We can go on and on and on. The difference is that our media don't capture these people. They go and capture the street touts who are actually giving us bad image. They don't fish out to these people. That's why during the time of Mohammed Buba Marwa, when he was our High Commissioner, I was one of his advisors. And we organized Nigerian Achievement Award 2009. Jonathan was here. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was here. Emeka Anyaoku was here. Many governors, about 7 of them, came here. You know. So then, on the side of South Africa, Kgalema Motlanthe, the former interim president, was here. Balaka Mbete was here, and many other. That were Balaka Mbete was the Speaker of the Parliament. She was in that event, and we profiled many Nigerians. At that time, Fred Shoes, a Nigerian who was had a shoe industry. His shoes was the one that is being used by the South African military. He was manufacturing shoes for South African military. Can you imagine that? Why didn't they contract China to do it or Brazil to do it? But they gave it to a Nigerian, and so on and so forth. So the thing is, our people should, some of our people, because it's not everyone. I have mentioned a lot of good people and the other traders who are suffering. I have mentioned it. So, but that is not to say that the criminal elements in South Africa who appear to be motivated indirectly, tacitly motivated, will go to Nigerian businesses.
Start your own internet radio station for as low as €6.99 per month. We provide affordable radio streaming and hosting plans for everyone. And there are 2 main things that make us the best. We are here to make high-performance radio hosting online affordable and to outshine all the others when it comes to hosting plans and broadcasting services. High quality. Stream at any bitrate with our wide range of Icecast and Shoutcast hosting plans. Auto DJ. Easily start broadcasting with our complete automation platform. No software is required. Unlimited. All plans include unlimited listeners and bandwidth, allowing you to broadcast worry-free. Broadcast worry-free with unlimited internet radio hosting. We provide premium streaming services with unbeatable pricing and quality support. Create your own online radio station today. it.clevenard.com.
Destroy them, loot them. After stealing from those businesses, they will burn the place down. In 2015, there was a Nigerian that lost 15 cars. He's an auto dealer. He was selling cars. Then they burned all his cars, 15 of them. There is one that lost 7. Some who had motors papers, they burned it down. After stealing as much as they could steal, they will burn the rest down so that you don't take out anything. So my younger brother was equally one of the victims. They went to his supermarket. That was July last year, 2021. They went to his supermarket, they looted everything, and they burned the place down. They also went to his second shop where he had a business center with different industrial photocopier machines and over about 20 computers. They looted everything and also set the place alight. So he lost a lot of money. Up to today, nobody has compensated him. So South Africa, unfortunately, they don't take... Stealing is very common to them. Very, very common, stealing. They don't have morality in terms of just like Nigerians. In Nigeria, some people you have helped and all that, they may not have the heart to come and steal from you. But in this case, it's South Africans. Somebody that stay in the same building, let's say, in the place where you have your shop, probably is a 5-story building, for instance. The same people in that yard will come and loot your things, and you'll be watching them. So that's whom they are. Unfortunately. And the political leaders are not doing anything seriously to stop them. So they just allow them to do that. Sometimes even the police participate in the looting. So it's so terrible.
So do you think it's going to get any better or it's going to get worse?
I wouldn't tell, because I still remember in 2008, I was part of the people that attended the meeting before this team busted, when they invited us with one Iruala, who later became Nigerian ambassador to Australia, but he finished and he passed on last month, Ambassador Iruala. But that time he was just an official at the consulate. Official in charge of Nigeria community relations. So the intelligence invited us, and I was part of it, and few other Nigerian community leaders and the Dati Iruala from the consulate. So they told us that their people are becoming very angry because of what is happening, that they suspecting that there will be an attack. They gave us those info. That was 2008. And when that thing happened, we started calling the cell phone of that guy, the people that convened the meeting. Their cell phone went dead. It went dead. So from 2008 till today, it has been an annual thing, maybe how many times a year, for them to go into shops owned by non-South Africans, loot the shops. After looting, they destroy the shops, either burning them. So it's a terrible situation. So I cannot say up till now, because the political leaders seems to be accomplices somehow. If they want to stop it, they have the capacity to stop it, but still they allow it to happen. And the police will be watching. In some of the cases, watching is like they are there to supervise the looting. You can just see that some of them is like they are supervising the looting.
Right. Okay, now let's talk about how you've the difference you've made within the Nigerian and South African community. How you've been able to bridge some of the gaps.
When I came here, I joined the community, serving the South African community first. I became just member of South African National Civic Organization. When I got my citizenship, I became a member of African National Congress. At a time, the ANC took me to ANC Political School, and I did some months course in the ANC Political School. So after gathering those experiences, working with the community, as I said, South African National Civic Organization is mostly by the citizens, you know. So it's a citizens organization. So I try to understand them. I also worked with a community policing forum. At a point, I became the chairman of business sector of community policing forum, Hebrew Precinct. So all those experiences made it possible for me to relate with South Africans at different levels, at the political level, to the level that I am, not at the national. I have no influence at that level. So, and also the community, you know. Because one thing about here is that you can relate with the, if you are, you can be eating with the minister or shopping in the same shop with the minister freely. But you can, I have never met any Nigerian minister in a shop or even a senator, even an ordinary local government chairperson. I never met them in a shop in Nigeria.
Right.
So, so after that, we started organizing things, inviting them to our events. We like the Spring Meze Council, which is the cultural arm of Ndibo that I lead here. The platform that we are using to relate with these people. Last month, we are from Harry Smith, visiting another king in his kingdom. They had event and we were there with the Consul General. The acting Consul General then, including the head of Chancery. So we were there, just like we have gone to others. So what we did is getting them closer, relating with their kings, relating with the community, inviting the police to come and speak to us, inviting their political leaders to come and address our people, you know. So that is to the level that we've been doing, that we have done. We don't just sit in Johannesburg waiting for them to come. We go to their different kingdoms. For instance, even the king of Zulu, when he was alive, King Zwelithini, we have gone to his kingdom, King Zwelithini. You know, the Xhosa nation, after the Zulu kingdom, the other big kingdom is the Xhosa kingdom. Xhosa kingdom is the kingdom of Nelson Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, William Mandela, Walter Sisulu, Aro Tambo, and rest of them. We have met, we have relationship with their kingdom, you know. So, and the many others. So that is what we've been trying to tell them, this is whom we are. This is whom we are. And we continue also to showcase. You know, when we go to those places, we do go with some of our intellectuals, you know. We do go with some of our medical doctors and other skills that have been making contributions to this country at different levels. We go with them. You know, sometimes, as I said, the consulate will come with us. They will send their delegate to come with us. So at that level, that made it that when there is a situation, I am able to place a call and somebody will listen to me and now send, either they send police to come and assist or the community themselves will stand up and deal with it. How do they stand up? I don't go to them speaking to them. I call those people, the contact I have already built in that particular community where the problem is. I will call the community leader. I say, look at the situation of my people. Please respond to that. I remember one case in Hebrew when Adama made an appointment with the station commander. And when he came, Adama invited me and said, please, I want you to be part of this meeting. I want you to accompany me, please. And I went. When he got there, the station commander stopped answering his call. We waited there for 30 minutes and the station commander didn't come out. I had to place a call. And they told me, go to the boardroom, 4th floor. Oh, chief, are you with them? I say, yes, I'm with them. So, okay, go to a boardroom, 4th floor. Then we went there. Within 5 minutes, they sent 2 police officers to accompany us and they go to the sector commander's office. The Consul General was asking me, how did you do this? I say, it is the little contact that I have built over the years. It also happened in Rosettenville. I did the same thing. When the Nigeria Union leaders met with the Minister of Home Affairs then, Malusi Gigaba, I'm the one that arranged the meeting. I'm the one that arranged it with the Minister of Home Affairs. Then another time when there was a problem in Krugersdorp and Ramfontein, I'm the one that arranged the meeting with the mayor of Muhale City Mayor. I arranged a meeting with the mayor of that place. I arranged meeting with 2 station commanders, the station commander of Ramfontein and station commander of Krugersdorp. You know, I'm the one that arranged the meeting. It happened in Mpumalanga, another province. I also did something to that regard. It happened in Northwest province. I also did something. For instance, in this first week of next month, I will be visiting another king in Limpopo. We are creating another relationship they have already.
Let's sell on your behalf. At Clevenard, we make your unwanted properties or belongings disappear in return for cash. It's that simple. Do you want an instant buyer for your unwanted items? Like for example, but is not limited to, automobiles, phones, electronics, clothes, books, jewelry, trucks, machine or accessories. Before you call up your local newspaper or a second-hand dealer to sell it for you, give Clevenard marketers a try. Selling your unwanted items will be much easier. All you need to do is tell us about your unwanted items. For example, if you giving us your car to sell, you need to tell us about your ride. We want to know the year, the model, where it is, and what kind of shape it's in. These quick details will allow our experts to give you the best offer for your cherished old items. This can be done via phone or fill-out form. It's simply elementary. Get paid without stress. We're just awesome at selling used items. Once all the documents are sorted, and both you and our experts are 100% happy, we'll be on our way. If there are any issues, we'll always be there for you on the other end of the line to help. No hidden fees. We like to think we're nice people. That's why we'll never, ever surprise you with any nasty, hidden fees. We give you your cash after or before sales is made. Buts or maybes. Just easy, honest business. Sign up free at www.clevenard.com, then contact the admin for more information. Start now, not later. At Clevenard, we love selling.
Another relationship, they have already invited us. We are going there, and I'm the one that lead the delegation to those places.
Awesome.
So those are the little effort we have made, and it is because of this little effort relating with different colors, black, white, everybody, that made them to nominate me. In fact, my nomination was by an Indian lady, Rashli Naidu, who nominated me as one of the influential men of the year. And the people that voted me in Nigeria didn't vote for me. I didn't say they had right to vote, no. But it was online voting, and it was black, white, everybody, South African people that voted for me. And the award was given. Probably I will send it to you through WhatsApp. Even some of the photos, yes.
Impressive. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but we had a very interesting conversation, and we hope that we can continue at another time. Thank you very much for joining us. Please remember to sign up to Clevenard TV on www.clevenard.com. Have a good evening.